Hello and welcome to Farmer's Apprentice 2014. This year the calibre is high. We've 5 girls and 5 boys, all hoping to combine, scrub and subsoil their way to victory. This year's boot camp takes place at Easton and Otley College's Norwich campus in East Anglia, the breadbasket of England. A team of 3 industry-leading judges will be watching their every move. Jane King is editorial director of the UK's biggest and most influential farming title, Farmers Weekly, and she has over 30 years of publishing experience. Richard Price is director of farming at Lowther Estates. He oversees 60,000 acres of land and 6 staff. This is a man that never shies away from making difficult decisions. Will Gemmell is National Head of Farming for Stratton Parker. He's a key influence in the agricultural industry, having spent many years providing agronomy and strategic business advice to farmers nationwide.
A very warm welcome to the 2014 Farmer's Apprentice. So well done to all of you for making it to the final 10. That is a huge achievement. This week has a dual purpose. Firstly and primarily it's about developing you, all of you, developing your skills, developing you as people. Secondly, the week is about showcasing to the world the skills required for modern agriculture. It's an industry facing huge challenges, global challenges, and it's an industry that's hugely important, crucial to society. So this week is a massive opportunity for you all, and you will get out of it exactly what you put in. But we are going to stretch you. We're going to really put you through your paces. There'll be some scary times, there'll be some surprises, there will also be a lot of laughs and probably a lot of tears.
You're going to be filmed every step of the way, and as judges we may not always be there, but we will be watching every move you make. Now the tasks, you're going to be put into teams, and for each team there's going to be winners and losers. Now the good news is that you might be in the losing team for every task throughout the week, but you could still end up as the ultimate winner and take home a cheque for £10,000.
The main thing is be your own person and believe in yourself. We want to really see you stretch your mind, be innovative, look at new ideas and adopt technology where possible. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Sam Gosling. I'm 21 years old, from Staffordshire in the West Midlands and currently studying rural property management at the University of Reading. So I applied because I really want to make the most of all the opportunities that come along in life, and this was just one of those really big opportunities where I thought, wow, can't miss that, got to apply.
I'm Richard Bradley, I'm 18 years old and I'm from Wisbeach near Kings Lynn in Cambridgeshire. I've been brought up on a family arable farm and since a young age I've had a real interest in agriculture.
Hi, my name's Will Hinton, I'm 20 years old, I'm a sheep farmer from Wiltshire. I've got a partnership with my dad, we've been going for 4 years now. We run about 500 ewes and a small circular herd of 10 cows.
Hello, I'm Carwyn. I'm 21. I'm a Pembrokeshire beef and sheep farmer. We have around 50 Hereford sucklers and 300 Texel Cross Suffolk ewes.
I'm Charlie, I'm 23 and I'm from London. I'd like to use the Farmer's Apprentice as an opportunity to showcase that to do well in agriculture, you don't need to study agriculture.
Now we've met the boys, it's time for their first task. They'll be competing against the girls in the Online Innovation Challenge.
Right, welcome. This is task 1 and this is called the Online Innovation Task. Today we're going to ask you to develop an innovative digital tool for farmers. Now it could be a mobile phone app, or it could be a new website. It could be any kind of digital tool that might be useful, compelling, interesting, exciting for a farmer audience. So what we want you to do is to draw on your own experiences with websites and apps, the kinds of apps and websites that you enjoy using, and try and apply some of that knowledge and learning to this task. Okay, so you have an hour and a half to work together to develop the idea, and then you have 15 minutes to get the idea across and pitch it to us and ask for some money. So you need to have some idea in your head and have worked through what you think you will require in money to build this product.
Think innovation, and very best of luck.
Well, the team gets a few tips from FarmAid's James Lucas. Here's a bit of advice from McDonald's, which has just developed an app for beef farmers.
The farming industry faces challenges on a day-to-day basis, and here at McDonald's we're keen to help support our suppliers in running even more efficient businesses. We've worked with our industry partners to identify some simple carbon efficiency based changes to beef farming operations that will deliver some real significant financial savings. Our challenge, however, was to identify which changes would work for each farmer. So we developed the What If tool, a free online business tool which enables farmers to simulate different scenarios to identify carbon and cost savings. The success of the tool has hinged on the fact that farmers want to use it. The motivation is really simple. It can potentially increase the profitability of their business. In our task, the apprentices had to devise an online tool, application or service that can bring tangible improvements to farm businesses similar to what we have developed with the What If tool. Before they pitch their ideas to the judges, the contestants need to look at what else is on the market and think about a problem for farmers which could be aided with an online product or service. Similarly, the apprentices also need to ensure that whatever concept they decide on appeals to farmers, remembering that the end user may not be as digitally savvy as they are themselves. To succeed in this task, it will be really important to think about how farmers work day in, day out, and what is not only useful, but usable from a practical perspective. And I, for one, am really excited to find out what they come up with.
The boys have to agree on an idea, plan how to build, and then pitch to the judges, who are observing from the sidelines.
I think first we need to decide, are we going for a sort of a PC, a static thing in the office, or are we going for a mobile thing?
I think we should go for a mobile phone because you're a farmer, you're outside all the time, keep going back to the computer. It's not easy accessible. If you got it on your phone, then it's right there with you.
Right, so we'll go mobile app to start. Coming from a smaller farm, we often have something like half a tonne of barley left over, or a few hundred bales of hay, or something like that. So someone wants half a tonne of barley, and I've got it, and they're and they're close, and it will keep smaller farmers, so there's not so much waste in the industry. Like an online advertising type app, but specifically for farmers to go to. And
It could link into your whole GPS location as well.
In terms of helping sort of smaller farmers, I was thinking of a website where, you know, buying power is so important. The more you buy, the cheaper you get it.
Economies of scale.
Yes, exactly. If smaller farmers had a website to log into, to go into and put orders in, so say you need a ton of cake, each small farmer needs a ton of cake. So you have a group buy, okay?
They bid a lower price each time, and they say, well, we'll do it for £200, we'll do it for 150.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, market forecasts, you know, you go on your phone and you see what the market's doing, you be out in the field, you got your lambs, you're looking, they're close, and you know, you look at the market and you think, well, it's not so great at the moment, you know, you can only sell things once. Maybe there could be a line predicting on previous years and how trends have worked, then you know when the ideal time is to sell them. And with the cereal, you know, you could have your grain stored up in your shed, and you know, you'd be waiting for that chance where you think, yeah, it's the right time to sell it.
But the only thing then with that is like companies like Openfield, who like so you basically all you do is they take your grain straight from the field and they dry it and store it for you, and then they sell it for you as well.
True.
An app that sort of offers information in terms of how to go about and maintain a tractor or a mower from
like
year
a troubleshooting app.
Yeah, troubleshooting.
Put in what's wrong with it, and it'll say what could be wrong with it.
It'll save a fortune in mechanics. It'll improve health and safety because better maintained tractors. And for young people coming into farming, it's very hard and it's a big of a shell shock when you sort of go to maintain tractors and you just haven't got a clue where to start off.
Well, we could make a GPS guidance app and it would be very simple.
The only problem I could see is the accuracy.
Perhaps we should consider the running costs.
Okay.
The thing about using the maps is that once they're developed, that's pretty much it. The others all need to be updated very regularly, and that all costs money.
Shall I hop on the computer and look up costs for hosting data and that while you keep deciding?
Well, they're not short of ideas. We've got a tool for helping farmers buy and sell surplus produce, a market forecaster, and an app to help farmers fix machines. All strong ideas, but time is running out to decide. When it comes to the technical side, wisely they consult their expert. How's it going, guys?
Getting there, we've still got quite a bit to do though.
How much time have you got left?
We have
you any
got
ideas?
just 35 minutes.
So boys that can time keep.
Yeah, it's just over 35 minutes.
And what's your idea?
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Basically, an app that you buy with a machine that you purchase whenever you purchase it. Doesn't matter if it's new or second-hand or whatever. And it basically gives you advice on how to maintain it and possibly in the future how best to use it.
Difficult task, easy task?
Difficult.
Is it? Why?
There's lots to think about. It
makes you think. Yeah.
And just the time frame, trying to.
Yeah.
You've got these to keep you going. Can I still?
Show you.
That's the only reason why I came to sit and talk to you guys, was because I wanted the sweets. The boys have gone for the machinery app. Farmers can't afford to have complicated machinery break down, so they could be on to something. But time is ticking and there's a lot left to do. Guys, I'm going to ask you to down your tools in about a minute's time, so...
Okay, quickly flick through these slides.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We need to make sure, so
what is the app?
Right, so this is Charlie, yeah?
The issue that we're...
And then the hosting
we're fixing.
hosting.
Yeah, I'll do the hosting
And
product testing.
yeah.
Then we've got pros and cons, which can be Owen.
Yeah.
Marketing,
Yeah, I'll speak for that.
costs and future development.
Okay guys, 10 seconds.
So it's definitely on there.
Yeah, I've checked it.
Well, in 3, 2, 1, it's too late if it's not on the memory stick.
Well done, guys.
Yep. Good job.
The idea is there, the presentation is on the memory stick. All they have to do is win over the judges.
iMaintain is an exciting new mobile phone app which provides a platform for interactive, searchable machinery, user and workshop manuals.
For a start, we would create a skeleton structure of the app, and then we would give the app for free to 50 people.
It's cheap to buy each manual, it's £1 to go, and it's really affordable in comparison to servicing a tractor, which costs you 70 plus pounds.
It's possible that you could market it at shows and events. We did try and have a look at costs for that, but we're unsuccessful at the moment. But it's a possibility, but it would be quite an expensive one.
So the costs. Currently there's 300,000 active farms in the UK, and there's an average sale of 10,000 tractors sold in the UK. So, worst case scenario, we'd say that 5% of tractors sold are at, we would have potential customers of 5% of that 10,000.
Now the boys have had their say, it's time to hear what the judges think. Was the idea strong enough and the plan realistic? Did they do their research, understand the market, and is their app a good investment?
You have no content costs then. Are you assuming that the manufacturers and the users will provide the content?
Yes.
I looked at the manuals and they are available for free online, and the users themselves, as it's a community project, a community app, you upload your tip, and when you upload it, it automatically becomes available to everyone. So the community itself develops and becomes better as it progresses.
What happens if you have dodgy tips from people that are a bit dodgy?
We've considered having moderators.
Would you pay your moderators?
Yes.
We thought about having a.
You can have a software moderator, which is included in the initial setup cost.
Okay. Really important. Who are your competitors?
No one's doing this currently.
There is an app that exists that's for logging service intervals and things that have been done to machines, but nobody's doing this.
Your income's going to be 495.
Yeah, on an annual basis. That's the worst case scenario.
This is really worst case scenario.
So you're not going to charge for the app at all?
The app itself is free, but all the that's like an ebook reader.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
then buy the manual per tractor that you own.
But just to give you an idea, because we advertise in the Farmers Weekly quite regularly, but a quarter page with roughly just one insertion would probably be near £1,500. So if you're times it by 52.
Yeah, I don't think we quite meant a quarter page there.
Right.
That's quite a large thing just for an app advert.
But even if you said it's £1,000 and you do it 52 times,
that's
anyway.
Have the boys done enough to secure a victory? Only time will tell. It's now time to meet the girls.
Hi, I'm Kate and I'm 24. I've just actually flown back from Australia. Been currently working on a 20,000 head sheep farm in New South Wales, and I've come back for the challenge.
I'm Catherine Corbett, I'm 20 years old and I've just finished my first year studying at the Royal Agricultural University in Cirencester. I am really hands-on and I throw myself into everything, and I know people say that, but I really do.
I'm Rebecca Kelsall, I'm 21 and I'm from Cheshire. I go to Apprentice University College in Shropshire. I applied for the Farmers Apprentice because it looked like such an amazing opportunity to meet like-minded people like myself and just gain so much more experience.
My name's Charlotte Foxall, I'm 22 and I'm from Wheaton Aston in Staffordshire. Hard-working, sometimes get called Purcell, very small and very mighty. Yeah, I just hopefully I'll be able to show some of my strengths through the week, and yeah, I think waving the flag for female farmers.
Hi, my name is Beck Thorpe, I'm 21, I'm from Stoke Golding in Warwickshire. So I started farming, my mum and dad own a farm, and basically from a young age I was just well keen. I love tractors, I love cows, I love looking after all the babies, just like I loved it.
So the girls get their briefing from the judges, pick up a few tips from our expert, but will they come up with an idea to beat the I Maintain app by the boys?
Is there any apps we could use that like farmers can compare stuff with other farmers? Like, I don't know, like
comparethefarmers.com
or something? Comparethefarmers.com.
But every farmer's nosy, but not many farmers want to share their...
That's so true.
But they don't want to share their advice. If they're doing really well, the guy next door, they don't want him to know why they're doing so well. You want to be just a bit above your neighbour, don't you?
Yeah, you don't want to let your neighbour know that.
I know I wouldn't. I'd be like, I've got the best cows and you haven't.
Yeah. When you've had an inspection, or you've got an inspection, and you've got to prove that you're only keeping a certain number of animals on certain fields,
like acreage and stuff like that.
So you're not keeping your cows on your fields for too long.
I think that might be quite time consuming for farmers. I don't know if farmers have time to do that.
I was thinking of a relief app, so the farmer can go onto an application and find relief milkers, relief shearers, any sort of job that can help that farmer do work.
And help somebody who wants to relief milk.
Surely there must be some forums somewhere that have got like short-term
jobs. There are. I've seen them. I've seen a lot of them. But it's not an app. But then again, it's like just like being on a server or something.
The girls waste no time in agreeing on the relief worker app idea. Now they just need a name.
What would we call it, like? Relief me. Obviously not that. Obviously not. But like, it has to have a quirky name, a catchy name. Well, it doesn't have to, but.
So if we don't, do we want the word relief in there?
No.
Like the
we
farm
do,
hand
because
or
it's
something.
relief milkers.
What's like another word for emergency? Like not 999, but something like that.
999.
Yeah, along the lines of that. Something like farm workers, something like, but like an emergency kind of term.
Temporary milker. No, sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like.
But if it was like, if you actually want a job, it's
quick relief.
Yeah.
Can we take the word relief out there? Like, no way. Quick relief, emergency relief. I just can't, it's not mixed in my head, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What you should expect.
Guys, we have to ask for the exact amount of money we want, don't we?
Yeah, basically, sort of.
All the money.
No. So you just got
to say what.
You can't just make up a figure and be like, right.
No, obviously.
It's got to be
relative,
yeah. I want 50 grand, 20 for the business, and then the rest is in my back pocket. You have to have a salary.
So what are you three here doing?
Like a presentation. So we're just kind of
what content will be in the
app.
What's that?
What's that?
Doesn't have a website.
They're social.
And you like the idea? Confident with the idea?
They've got a server. It's just not a website.
There's things similar, but nothing quite.
It's not.
There is definitely
an app
for
yeah,
and
you're going with the app.
That's what you were saying before.
Yeah.
That's what you want, an app, not a website or any other kind of digital tool.
No.
Do you think you'll get it all nailed in the time frame?
But I think so. I think we're on a roll. Yeah.
How much time have you got left?
I don't think we want to go on the website. Should we know what time we started?
Yeah.
Play Store. Did we on the phone?
Do
you guys know what time we started?
Ages ago, it feels like.
I think we've got like half an hour, 40 minutes left.
It was 5:45.
That's what time we started.
No, half 5. No, we didn't. 5:30. Did we?
5:30.
We should have looked at the clock.
So have you managed to find anything Apple?
No, there's all the games.
Oh God, have you managed to find games?
No, that's not what I look for. It came up when I typed in farm stuff. What is this?
It's a play score, that's a game.
Okay, something relevant, please. Yeah,
All
okay.
games here. Chicken Farm Fest.
So do everything for cattle for now, and then we'll go on to sheep.
People love these. Why don't they get real farms?
Growing
Application
your
servers are
protection.
system software
Yeah.
upon which web applications or... Let's read this main bit.
Actually,
But that's just interesting, cool. Right.
Oh yeah, a rating system.
How
Yeah,
is
I was
that
going to say a
helpful in
rating
any way,
system.
shape or
No, I
form?
just
I can't understand that. Okay. Microsoft.
Yeah, why don't you just use
Microsoft
something
positions
like
the
that?
middle tier applications and servers infrastructure in the Windows
Microsoft
server.
will probably
Should
be the
we-
most expensive to use.
Here we go, platform, that's what we need for reliably hosting, perfect.
Take it like screenshot.
As the girls get technical, they ignore their on-hand expert, thinking they know better.
Basically, a server is, what I understood, it was someone
Cost
who,
of a server hardware.
someone who like manages it and running of it day to day,
And that's who the server
24/7. Cost to administer a server.
Best of all, it's free.
It's not free.
It is.
everything-
Look at that right there. Best of all, it is
No,
free.
but he said it costs.
They lied.
Well, he lied.
He didn't lie, he definitely didn't lie.
Nothing is free.
No, make it big, and then make it big.
Oh,
and
but
then do, like,
no
different
way is
slides,
it free.
like,
Read
slides.
that there, that paragraph at the top, and then that just puts the cherry on the cake. for me.
There's a catch,
more
nothing's
important.
free. With a free trial edition of Windows
Trial.
Server.
You missed
That is so jammy. How can they put this free on the first page?
Have we been doing this for an hour already, guys?
Yep. Don't worry.
And we've got no further forward.
We have.
We need some figures.
That's not true. Have faith in yourself. We can do this. We've got some figures. Come on.
Any industry,
Can I
there's
just
not
say-
just one doing
I'm very happy.
doing the job.
But in a way, it doesn't
So I'm on a field all day long.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And
Okay,
then
no,
so
but we might be
also
using this in
already
a film.
available.
We
We've
put it
got all
together.
your
Microsoft
so what are all
30
your
years,
hard
okay.
copy
An
methods.
IT like boff though, it's got to be on like £8–10 an hour. You know what they're
More,
like.
surely more.
They sit in an office all day. They get bad legs and bad back. They're claiming for all of that.
Let's just get the most common server ever. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. They have to
available at the
host. That's it. They have to have the space up there. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Not
Okay, here we go.
servers.
Okay, yeah, it is a server.
This word has been thrown
Okay, how much
around
would a
many
server
times.
cost? It's fine. It's just.
My brain hurts.
It's fine. It's just we.
Girls, we need some figures for what it's going to cost.
I know. We're trying.
We've got you some.
We've got.
Okay, what have we got a figure
Right,
for?
website design.
It's really hard.
So
No,
your
it's really hard to find these figures.
website and app design, sorry, because they're designing both, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Do you want to start looking as well then? Don't know. Right click.
Okay, guys,
Eject. Right click. Eject.
that's it.
Cool.
Relieved?
Yeah.
Well, got the presentation.
Yeah, we got the good bit now.
The girls' idea seemed a good one, but did they get bogged down on too much technical details? Let's see how they get on.
Good afternoon. We're here to pitch our digital electronic tool to you. We have decided to make our app into this Farm Workers Direct app. It's pretty much an app for farmers to find relief work kind of thing.
There's the farmers who are looking for people to work, seasonal work and things like that, and when they need an extra pair of hands at harvest, etc. But there's also people who come home for half term, come home for the holidays, can't find a job because people want people for a long time, but can find a simple relief milking job or something they can do just in the holidays.
What makes us completely different from, for example, the websites you're already using is our interactive map that we want to offer. So whereby you can refine your search by skill, by distance, by availability. So a candidate can upload, ring me any day and I will be ready for work the next day. Now, each user will, whether they're the farmer or someone who's looking for work, will create a profile and they'll input certain details about their location and what they're looking for and a description of what they're looking for as well.
So on returns, we're looking at a £3.99 monthly subscription from both the farmers and the people that are looking for these jobs.
The girls have had their say, but does the farming industry really need this app? Will it make any money and will they beat the boys?
So, who is rating who in this system?
When somebody's been employed through our app, the employer will then be able to rate the service they've received from the person, their skills, and basically, so then the next person looking to employ them can see how relevant their skills are.
And why have you only chosen livestock enterprises?
Well, we thought of doing livestock enterprises just as a starter because we think we could expand on that later on. But we think livestock at the moment, there's a need in the market where farmers do need livestock relief, like work, whereas arable, it's kind of already there because we're like contract farmers and things like that. So we just thought start with the livestock would be simpler.
As a current customer of forextrahands.com, why should I bring my business to you?
Because we're the only one that you can actually have an app. Forextrahands.com just has the website, but if you have an app, then I think you can be able to have that on your phone and be able to access it a lot more easier.
So our apprentices have done all they can. Now it's down to the judges.
So what do we reckon? What's the thoughts of the two groups? Because they were quite different.
Gosh, they were different, weren't they? I mean, there were some similarities as well. I thought the similarities were that there was good collaboration in both groups. Yep. The girls were distinctly more enthusiastic, a lot more camaraderie, a lot more laughter, a lot more joking around. But at times that made them look as though
sometimes didn't knuckle down to the task at hand, did they?
Well, they split in, didn't they? They split into a 3 and a 2, really.
Yes.
At one point, about 40 minutes into the challenge.
Yes.
Which made quite a difference.
Yeah, and that the big issues really. There were some common traits though. Neither group identified a leader. There were people that emerged as front runners for that, particularly in the boys group, but there wasn't an allocated leader, and also was no allocation of tasks, which meant their time management was all over the place.
Yeah. But look, I can say, looking at the groups as a whole, it's interesting the difference between the boys were very much took a long time to get to their idea and kept going round in circles, but eventually came up with the idea. The girls almost were too much the other way, quick to an idea, wasn't really thought through, and then straight into the task, and then seemed to waste quite a lot of time as they were trying to do the task, I suppose.
Yes, the girls weren't as analytical as the boys, but funnily enough, they seemed to have pulled it out of the bag when they did their presentation.
Well, what we all, I think, have to agree is that the presentations were far better than we were expecting in both cases, and they did do really well.
They also had James from Farm Aid at the back of the room, which wasn't made the most of, really. And
that's so true. The girls completely ignored him.
Yeah.
You know, as though he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking about the individuals in each of the groups? What do we think about the boys, first of all? But let's take Richard. What's our view on Richard?
Well, for me, he was the star of the show of the two groups, really. I thought, interesting, he's the youngest guy, but very confident, not arrogant at all, very, very knowledgeable, and brought enormous insight to the discussion. Even though he was actually a doer, he was the first to jump up, get on the computer, start looking for information, but kept feeding it back and sharing it to the group. I was really impressed with that way.
And what about Big Charlie? He looks like he's going to be larger than life, but actually this task?
Well,
yeah, when he came in, he first sat down, that first 2 or 3 minutes, he almost thought he'd develop into the leader. Yeah. And then he just lost a bit of steam. And and everything flatlined a bit. But yeah, I mean, a guy switched on. He challenged the other opportunities that the other people put forward.
Yes.
But,
I thought Sam worked hard. He didn't have a lot of ideas himself, but he worked hard at trying to, again, make the group review what they were doing, watch what they were doing on the time, thinking about the tasks that had to be addressed. So he was very mindful about getting the task done and helping it along.
I agree, Jo. I thought Sam tried hard to coordinate the group. Although not definitely take a lead, but he was trying to...
He was the only guy to actually look at the watch as well, just to keep an eye on the check of the watch.
We have to say Will looked quiet on this one, didn't he? He was the quietest of the boys, although he presented well.
But in the beginning, he had some dynamite ideas.
Absolutely.
And we were all getting a bit excited in the beginning because we were liking a lot of his ideas, but he didn't really sort of have the stamina to carry them through. He didn't feel as though he could hold it up and keep arguing the case for his ideas, and then other ideas came along that weren't necessarily better, but they got, somehow they all followed that.
And finally, Colin, he came up with the idea.
Absolutely.
He did, and yeah, I mean, I liked the way he moved about, because he moved about, he got up, he tried to support other people. I mean, that was a group, they did support each other and work very well together, better than the girls.
And they're going to be an interesting mix for this week ahead,
Colourful.
Let's start with Catherine. I thought with Catherine, she was trying to do the equivalent of Sam did for the boys, but seemed to sort of lose the energy at some point.
Yes. I mean, she did try and hold it together quite a bit, but they ended up getting over-focused on computers, and they almost used the computers as a bit of a safety blanket.
Absolutely.
Instead of talking to each other, they were almost engaging with the computer, and you just thought, oh no, come on, you've lost the plot, girls.
Kate was very quiet, we have to say. Probably quieter than Will.
But there were some noisy characters in that group.
But she's clearly bright and has got potential. It may be wise that they get split. Otherwise, there could be chaos in the next few sessions.
Two Rebeccas were Becky and Rebecca.
Becky, interesting, came up with a good idea at the start, but then seemed to back off. But again, quite vocal and quite a laugh.
Yes. Becky tried to push the opportunity to manage sheep out of the sheep sheds at lambing time and locate certain animals via EID and ear tags.
She was being practical, wasn't she? She kept thinking about her own experiences in agriculture and trying to relate that, and that was good, because I felt that was the only little bit of analysis we sort of got, really. We didn't get a lot of analysis from the girl.
And what do we think about Rebecca? She came up with the idea, and then about 30 seconds said, later said, oh no, someone else has already done it, but then they continued to proceed. But she's quite vocal.
She was good, actually. She was quite confident and strong.
Presented well.
Yeah, and the presentation looked good, and I think when we got in there, we were quite surprised by their presentation, because it had more detail in it.
And then finally, Charlotte was perhaps the doer. She was the one doing the PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
So perhaps the equivalent of Richard for the girls at this stage.
Yes.
It was her contact to fix the costs and the actual opportunity to get the website up and running. So
yeah, she did seem to be quite energised by sort of web staff. She seemed to have contacts in the web world. She was prepared to bring some of that learning to the table, which was useful. And then, of course, what it did was it built the confidence up for the girls for the idea. So, yeah, she was good, actually.
Yeah. So what do we think? Have we got an obvious winner, or is it going to be a tight call?
I think it's tough. We've got to have a winner. We can't, you know,
we definitely got to have a winner.
After a quick debrief, it's on to the results.
Now, we've decided that it'd be right for each of the tasks to choose a star performer. Clearly, it will change with every task, but for the boys, the star performer we thought this time was Richard. So well done, Richard. Richard, you were chosen because you drove the task, really. You actually, when the task was finally decided, you were the one that took it on, made it happen, and actually all of you ended up giving a good presentation, but Richard, you edged it out the boys. Now for the girls, it's Rebecca. So well done, Rebecca. Rebecca, again, you were the one that came up with the idea, so well done. We were a bit dubious about the idea, but good for you. You saw it through, and you did actually make it happen in your group. Again, with the girls with a really good presentation at the end.
So the winners for task 1 we've allocated to the boys, and unfortunately ladies, you can have an early start in the morning, a very early start.
So well done to the boys,
Well done.
commiseration to the girls, great job done by everybody. Thank you.
Oh no, that's really embarrassing.